America, are you ready for KO Nation? Detroit, are you ready for KO Nation? HBO, are you ready? Welcome to HBO's KO Nation. It's our second installment. We are live from the historic Fox Theater in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, make some noise! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, let me introduce to you today the stars of our show. In our first fight, undefeated Brazilian junior lightweight champion Acelino Freitas defends his title against Lemuel Nelson. In a rematch from 9 months ago, Michigan's own Bronco McCart takes on junior middleweight Jason Papillon. And ladies and gentlemen, KO Nation would not be complete without the ladies that keep us moving and grooving all the way through the show. Please give a nice round of applause for the Knockouts! And my man tearing it up on the wheels of steel. I can't do KO Nation without him. Straight out of New York City, give it up for DJ Max Glazer! Detroit City, are y'all ready for some championship boxing? Make some noise! Now, while you're watching today's show, log on to hbo.com/KO Nation. There you can be a part of our instant surveys. You can chat with other boxing fans. Tell us what you think about HBO's newest boxing series, KO Nation, and choose Jason Papillon's walkout song. Now, is it going to be Big Pimpin' by Jay-Z? Or is it going to be Whoa by Black Rob? You make the choice. And now, let me send it down to our ringside announcers. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for Fran the Man Charles and Kevin the Flash Kelly.
All right, Ed, thanks. Welcome to our second installment of KO Nation, the first boxing event inside the historic Fox Theater in Detroit. I'm Fran Charles alongside two-time featherweight champ Kevin Kelly. Coming up in our second bout of our doubleheader, it'll be Michigan's own Bronco McCart against Jason Papillon in a rematch. But first, a junior lightweight championship between Acelino Freitas and Lemuel Nelson. And Kevin, when we talk about Freitas, you only need to say one word: power.
Well, the big thing about Freitas, he has power. And when he hits you, boom, you're going to shake, you're going to rattle, you're going to roll. 25 wins, 25 fights. He's looking to knock out Lemuel Nelson early in this fight. He told us about it yesterday, and I tell you, I'm expecting a fast start out of Freitas.
Now, Kevin Nelson hails out of Pensacola, Florida, and his manager also is from Pensacola, Florida. Undisputed lightweight heavyweight champion, Roy Jones Jr., and you can see the similarities between Jones and Nelson and how Jones's patterns have rubbed off on Nelson inside and outside the ring.
Well, the biggest thing I know about Lemuel Nelson is Nelson, you're going to see a lot of Roy Jones influence here. You're going to see Nelson, he's going to throw punches, he's going to look off balance, he's going to look left, he's going to swing right. But the major thing about him is that when he fights, you can see that he has speed, he does have power, but actually tonight, he needs Roy Jones' speed and power with him to beat Freitas.
Okay, well, Roy Jones is inside the house, so we'll see if he brings Nelson good luck. It's time to meet the fighters. Ed, take it away.
Thank you, Fran. Ladies and gentlemen of Detroit, please put your hands together for Lemuel Nelson!
Hey, yo, we light a candle, run laps around the English Channel. Neptune got a manual, we on the run now. You know it ain't no fun now. And where I go, yo, can't even come now. You ain't the law, break it. I don't care, but when you get caught, remember that. I don't care, N-R-E, love about the atmosphere. That mean now we on the run, yo, if that ain't clear. We want to snitch, yo, but that ain't fair. Yo, we down in Vegas, all these guys too courageous. We don't on the run, still rip stages. They call me Animal Dog when I'm in cages. I used to move phrases, roll dice with no aces. Now I'm included in the oasis. Gotta take places, no time for car races.
Nelson has been fighting since he was 7 years old, and he met Roy Jones Jr. at that time. Nelson's uncle used to take him down to the gym. That's when he met Jones, and you can really see, he says, he is fortunate that he's had Roy Jones around him his entire life, not only as a big brother, but as a stepfather.
What a big thing of having Roy Jones influence him, I think that if it gives him anything, it gives him inspiration, it inspires him. Because when Roy Jones is sitting ringside, he was to show Roy his appreciation for giving him that kind of treatment, for treating him like he was to reward Roy Jones tonight for winning a world title. And I'm sure tonight he's going to see Lemuel Nelson at his best.
So Nelson is ready now. Ed Lover, it's time to meet his opponent.
Thank you, Fran. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the junior lightweight champion of the world, Acelino Freitas! Amen.
Like they not bigger fans say, y'all, you be to me, truly. Know what MC's what I do for a living. Tight taking over spots like my name was Bobby Gibbons. Anybody got a beef, then they better keep it hitting. Retailers, put your bid in for the hottest chicks spitting. This for my business, making moves in the day. Roll by night, you break moves. They flood it, whip it, smoke it, trick it, flood it, whip it, smoke it, trick it. This for my business, making moves in the day. Roll by night, you break moves. They flood it up, flood it up. Whip it up, smoke it up, trick it up, trick it up. VIP area, certain heads get in. Catch without wristbands, steady trying to slip in. On delivery, everybody chipping. Dump it, roll it, spark it, smoke it. Ladies, where you at? Say, do you queen? Got a crib, got a whip, high heels and tight jeans. My straight thugs, rock tins and tattoos. After 1 or 2 drinks, be ready to act fool. This for my real live underground cats who be checking for the rhymes, not checking for the track. Take away all the hype in it. Straight what? Say that. My squad hold it down, passing boys, passing mics, make them see, stay at home with water and flashlights. Y'all mother crazy, tell them kids it. Trying to see my click, ain't even getting past the chick. This for my new dance, making moves in the day, you play cool by night, you break moves, they flood it, whip it, smoke it, trick it, flood it, whip it, smoke it, trick it. This for my new dance, making moves in the day, you play cool by night, you break moves, they flood it up, whip it up, whip it up, smoke it up, trick it up, trick it up. For those who wanna whip it, for those who wanna flood it, for those who wanna buy it, for those who wanna dub it, for those who want the sexy, for those who want the rugged, say digger, hardcore, love it. Coming up fast while you're falling even faster. 8 flints on the jack, handling my money matters. For those who wanna smoke it, for those who wanna trick it, for those who wanna hate it, slow it, they can stick it.
Freitas with quite a quartet pumping him inside the ring. Incidentally, Kevin, yesterday, Freitas at the weigh-in stepped on the scale 4 times, and 4 times he weighed in at 131 pounds. Now, Michigan State rules allow a fighter 2 hours to go lose the additional weight. He came back, stepped on the scale, and he weighed in 130 pounds. But what's that say about a championship fighter who is not making weight once the fight hits?
Well, a major thing I've seen in the years about championship fighters, they own 20 cars, they'll have 4 houses, but none of them own a scale. So what happens after a while is some fighters get too relaxed with the weight, just maybe Freitas' body is going into a junior, more of a lightweight position than a junior lightweight, and he was overweight last time in his last fight. So we'll see how it affects him in the fight, if it affects him at all.
Okay, Kevin, 2 fights ago, actually, against Barry Jones, he was slightly overweight, but he made weight. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape between Acelino Freitas and Lemuel Nelson for this junior lightweight championship. Both fighters come in at 24 years of age. Freitas with the slight height advantage at 1 inch. Now, both of the fighters weighed in at 130, and today they stepped on our HBO scales. Freitas coming in 12 pounds heavier, Nelson 10. Nelson with the slight reach advantage. And now, let's take a look at the punch stat numbers. Total punches, averaging per round. Both fighters throw about the same amount of punches, but you can see Freitas lands more. And now let's take a look at the power numbers. This is where Freitas comes up huge. 56% of his punches, power punches, land per round. All right, now for the rules of the bout, let's head over to our unofficial ringside scorer, Julie Letterman.
The Acelino Freitas Lemuel Nelson fight is scheduled for 12 rounds under the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Fran.
Let's get it up to Ed Lover for the official introductions.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, before we introduce the fighters, let's have a nice round of applause for our judges. From New Jersey, Judge Adeline Triplett. From Puerto Rico, Nelson Vasquez. And from right here in Michigan, Mr. Robert Watson. Our referee in charge of the action, Dale Graybell. Now let's meet our fighters. Fighting out of the blue corner, he hails from Pensacola, Florida. He brings into the ring a record of 19 wins, 2 losses. 10 of those wins coming by knockout. 24 years of age, he weighed in at 130 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Lemuel Maine Nelson. Fighting out of the red corner, he hails from Bahia, Brazil. He brings into the ring a record of 25 wins, no losses, all 25 wins coming out of knockouts. 24 years old, 130 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the junior lightweight champion of the world, Acelino Freitas.
Gentlemen, I'm going to give you instructions in the dressing room. Listen to and obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Good luck, gentlemen. Touch them up.
So who do you think will win the fight? Well, our HBO viewers believe Freitas, 72% at this stage. Join us on HBO.com/KO Nation and weigh in throughout the fight. Acelino Freitas loves to come out with a very aggressive style. We'll see if Nelson says he will not run away. We are set for round 1 to begin. Junior lightweight championship. Freitas in the white trunks with the blue trim. Nelson in the black trunks. Both of these fighters don't throw a lot of jabs. Power punches are their strong suit.
It seems to me that Lemuel Nelson, he said he's not going to run, but he's definitely moving. He's on the move, and it's a smart thing.
A roundhouse right by Freitas, and he catches Nelson in the side of the face.
Like I said, Freitas is looking for a knockout early. He told us in the fighter meeting that he's going to try to knock out Lemuel early.
25 fights for Acelino Freitas and 25 knockouts. He also told us he did not look at any tape of Nelson, said he didn't need to. He would do his destruction once he got into the ring. He said Nelson would respect the right hand.
Well, I think anybody can respect Freitas' right hand because he's got 25 knockouts. You have to be totally a fool not to respect it. I mean, he didn't get 25. If he didn't knock out bumps, Fran, knockout bumps 25 times, he still got 25 knockouts.
When we asked Nelson about how he was going to defend against Freitas' power, he told us it was Freitas who was going to have to worry about his power. He has a very powerful right hand as well. A big left hand and a right hand by Freitas, and Nelson is in the corner, and now he's brawling to get out.
The one major thing Lemuel Nelson is not doing, he's not utilizing the jab. I mean, he's not setting up any of his punches, any of his combinations. He's fighting Freitas' fight by being on the inside.
The jab is not one of Freitas' most common punches. Doesn't like to throw it. Fierce action in round one, a minute to go. And now Freitas unloads with the right hand. It's turning into a slugfest. Nelson trying to catch his breath and hold on. Freitas charging in. Nelson now trying to tie it up. Freitas goes down, and it is being ruled a knockdown. It's the second time Freitas has been knocked out in his career. It happened 2 fights ago against Barry Jones. He was knocked out in the first round, came back, scored 2 knockdowns in that round and 6 for the fight, and won by TKO in the 8th. But once again, Freitas is charging, and he's caught by Nelson. But he's coming again. A big right hand, and Nelson is hurt. Nelson now trying to tie up and stay on. 9 seconds left in the round. Can Lemuel Nelson hold on in the first round? Bombs raining from Acelino Freitas. Now returning to the corner of Freitas. They speak his native Portuguese, so interpreting for us this evening will be Yuval Warshaw.
I don't want your backs on the rope either, man. Keep him in the ring. This guy's gonna come. Calma, tá bom? Calma. Pare mais. Aí tava aqui abaixo mesmo. A distância é sua. Certo, campeão? Jab na frente, outra sua. Tá sentindo um golpe seu. Movimenta, entra, sai, parada, guarda baixo. Movement. Tá bom? Você é inteligente, tá bom? Calma.
You're intelligent. Calm down. Slowly.
Gelo, água.
All right, let's take a look at the replay of the first knockdown. And Nelson did catch him with a short right hand. Freitas was falling back. And then Freitas reloading in the round. And there he stunned Nelson with a strong right hand.
It looked to me like a kind of a slip.
Total punches in round one. Freitas unleashing 68, landing 38%, while Nelson threw 42. He landed 26, but he did score with the knockdown.
Lemuel Nelson has to get to use his jab. He's letting Freitas just walk in, throw bombs. This is Freitas' fight. This is how Freitas fights a fight. He comes forward, he throws bombs early. He looks to get you out of there. He's looking for a knockout. Lemuel right now is not boxing correctly.
Freitas is a stalker. He comes straight ahead. Nelson there tagged with a left hook. And now Nelson trying to fight out against the ropes, and he holds up. But he unloads.
Off his head.
Freitas now. The two changing power shots. You will not see a lot of jabbing in this fight.
Lemuel Nelson needs to establish a jab. He's not establishing a jab. Freitas is just walking in, throwing bombs, landing bombs on him all day. I'm sure Coach Murkison is telling him, get on the bicycle and move a little bit. Try to get out of these early rounds.
Big right hand by Nelson, but he lost his balance, and Freitas countered with a right of his own.
That's that Roy Jones style we talked about earlier, where, you throw a shot. Like I said, right now, Lemuel Nelson needs a big punch to gain the respect of Freitas.
Nelson threw 13 jabs in the first round, 0 landed. Freitas catches Nelson in the back of the head.
Lemuel Nelson has to make sure he keeps his balance in this fight. He can't give away anything.
One of the things that Nelson told us about Freitas' style, he said he doesn't move side to side, he moves straight back. So Alton Merkinson, Nelson's trainer, told us they're going to try to turn Freitas side to side. That strategy hasn't worked yet.
The reason it's not working is because he's not coming off a jab, first of all. He's got his hands down, number 2. And Lemuel Nelson is not creating a situation that Freitas
and Nelson is down. A big monster right hand from Acelino. Freitas puts Nelson down. He had never been knocked down before in his career until now. We talked about the power of Acelino Freitas in the beginning of the fight, and he is living up to the billing. Nelson clearly hurt, trying to hold on. And now Freitas sizing Nelson up along the ropes. Nelson trying to get out of trouble. Freitas just waiting to tee off a big right hand. Can Nelson hold on for 10 seconds? Referee Dale Grable not stepping in just yet. Freitas unloading. Unbelievable. Nelson is down. And the fight, I believe, is over.
Stay right there. Stay right there.
I believe the fight is over. Freitas, though, did hit Nelson after the bell, and that blow sent Nelson crashing to the ground. Freitas unloading, landing 32 of 59 power shots, 54% in round 2 to improve to 26-0 with 26 knockouts. And this young man has a bright future, Kev.
I think so. I mean, he displayed awesome punching power, which he has displayed in 25 previous fights. He's making his 26th knockout in a row. I mean, fighters watching this tape, there's no room really for, they're going to see mistakes that he makes, early knockouts like this. You know, when a fighter fights guys and he gets knockouts early in a fight, it doesn't leave room for any tape footage to watch what goes wrong. But I'm sure most of the junior lightweights out there, Mayweather, Corrales, figure certain things out.
Let's take a look at where Freitas hurt Nelson in the second round. Freitas connects on the left and then just has Nelson on the ropes, and Nelson at that point clearly hurt, and referee Dale Grable waving the fight off. Here's another angle. You can see, Kevin, at this point, Nelson is in deep trouble.
Freitas is very strong and he punches very hard. I bet we could have stepped in even a little earlier than that, knowing you got a man in the ring with 25 knockouts. I mean, right here, he's taking unnecessary punches to the head. He's out on his feet. He's throwing punches out of instinct. It's just a matter of time before Freitas laid him on the canvas.
He's trying to tie up, Nelson was.
He took great punishment, but like I said, he needs to watch the tapes.
There you see Freitas clearly landed that punch after the bell.
But I mean, the referee could have stepped in a lot earlier. It took abundance of punishment.
Let's go up to Ed Lover now with the official decision. Ed?
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have official decision. At 2 minutes and 59 seconds of the second round, referee calls the fight off. The winner by TKO and still undefeated junior lightweight champion of the world, Acelino Freitas. Freitas, let's give both of these fighters a nice round of applause.
We knew that Nelson would be ineffective with the jab. Both of these punchers, not big jab throwers, but Nelson 0 for 15 in the second round, 0 for 13 in the second. Acelino Freitas really displaying his powerful right hand. He watched no tapes of Lemuel Nelson before the fight and said once he got into the ring, he would see what he needed to see, and boy did he act upon that. Acelino Freitas now will look to see if he could unify the belts. Possible contenders include Floyd Mayweather or Diego Corrales. Let's go up to Kevin Kelly now, who's with the winner.
Congratulations on this victory. Congratulations on this big win. Were you hurt when you fell in the first round?
Você se machucou quando você caiu no primeiro round?
Não. Knockdown é consequência da luta.
In the heat of fight, he was running back and he fought. He didn't get hurt.
I noticed in the second round early, you took off like the first half of the round. Were you conserving your energy or were you looking for a big punch to knock him out?
No início do segundo round, você partiu imediatamente para a luta. Você estava guardando energia no primeiro ou como que foi?
Eu sei quando a mão pega, é fatal. Então eu sabia que ele vinha meio grog pro segundo round, então aproveitei o momento para acabar a luta.
He knows that if he does not hit fast, he can get hit. So he really started fast the second round.
With such an impressive win, looking so good, is there anything that you feel that you can practice or work on that you learned in this fight?
Com essa vitória impressionante, tem alguma coisa que você acha que está faltando na tua vitória? Impressionante vitória em 2 rounds. Sim.
Unificação e Hassim Hamed, Aran, Hassim Hamed. 2 rounds, um para correr e outro para cair.
He says that he goes for 2 rounds. One is to run and the second one is to fall down, to go down.
Thank you. Good luck. I wish you the best in your career. Now, back to you, Fran.
All right, Kevin. Acelino Freitas calling out Nassim Hamed. We'll see down the road if that fight happens. Clearly, though, Freitas solidifying that he is the real deal. Let's take a look at some of the final punch dad numbers of the Acelino Freitas Lemuel Nelson fight. We will get to that in a minute, but first, still to come, Michigan's own Bronco McCart in a rematch against Jason Papillon. But first, let's take a look at a few program reminders.
Mark your calendars for these upcoming HBO sports programs. July 15th, World Championship Boxing features heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis in his first return to the ring since his 2-round destruction of Michael Grant. This time fighting Franz Botha. 1 week later, Felix Trinidad defends his junior middleweight title against Mamadou Tian. And on August 5th, KO Nation returns with undefeated junior bantamweight Eric Morel. HBO, the heart and soul of boxing. On Monday, June 12th, the premiere of Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel. Some of the featured stories include the fall and rise of tennis's marquee attraction, Andre Agassi. Plus, why the Dominican Republic has become the wild, wild west of baseball recruiting. Real Sports, nothing is out of bounds. And on July 17th, HBO's Sports of the 20th Century presents When It Was a Game 3. With exclusive color home movies, this edition will take viewers back to the 60s, a time when fans shared special bonds with their heroes. Legends such as Aaron, Gibson, Mantle, and Mays, coming to HBO July 17th.
By Acelino Freitas.
A destruction. He's demonstrating the demolition.